Hello, I've made a few changes. One, instead of being face to the desk, I now have to stand yet again, this time with a hopefully more interesting backdrop. But also, I got new lights, which you can probably see. I only have to set it to ISO 200 now, whereas it was 1600 before. Um, for me, YouTube, it's a hobby. It's something I do on the side, and while I would like to eventually be able to make money off of it, it wouldn't be my primary career. Um, but in order for any channel to become successful, it needs a direction to go. Right now, that direction seems favorably towards quick content and things that don't take very much time, like this video. I don't have a script or even a bullet point of thoughts. It's sort of a discussion just about the what YouTube encourages and what what I want to do. A few years ago, I would watch a channel called Matthias. Um, he did sketch comedy, things like if Google were a sentient robot, and if cartoon noises happened in real life, stupid stuff like that. But you could see that he genuinely put effort into it. He enjoyed it. It wasn't the most original thing. He had the iPhone parodies just like everyone else had, but you could see that he had some passion for it. Now, just a couple years after I started watching, he made his first, I believe it was an Amazon video where he just ordered random crap and decided to review it. But it got significantly more views than everything else. You could tell it was just him ordering random stuff. It didn't have any forethought, no scripts, no production. Just make a video reviewing random things, edit it, and upload it. So he makes more of them. Yeah, slowly the sketch comedy starts to leave the channel. He makes less and less of it until it stops altogether. And all he's doing is making videos where he orders random things on the internet. And, these are things like kids' toys, they're bubbles, toilet board games. It's that kind of kids' content. Eventually got to the point where he changed his channel name to the name of the show, Dope or Nope. Catchy name, but you could see that, any, I guess, artistry he had before, it's not there. I understand. I don't blame him for doing it, because that's what you need to do to succeed. You need to constantly make more and more garbage content that little kids will watch. It's become slightly less profitable because of COPPA, but you saw how much drama that sprouted and how little it's actually affected these channels. So here he is, years later. I think I watched him back in 2016, 2015. And now he dedicates his channel to him and a group of coworkers. I say coworkers because I don't think they're all friends. It's just so cynical, And from that's my biggest fear. I don't want to limit myself to one thing, because if I stick to that one thing, it'll be worthless. Anything of passion that I had, I can't make it, and it won't do well. You see a similar thing with Jack's films too. He did the same thing, sketch comedy, except now he does mostly Yai. It just it's still a wider range. You see more success when it's both serialized and special content mixed together. He gets to do what he wants, but he also gets to make a living on YouTube. YouTube's a lot different from television. On television, there's scripting, there's camera guys, there's whole bands in the corner. You get your own Tonight Show, and then you invite celebrities on to talk about their newest movie or TV show. It's an endless cycle of promotion, but YouTube's a lot more indie. There's a lot less production value to it, and that's part of what makes it charming, but it's also part of what makes YouTube such a cesspool for terrible, terrible content. I did a video, I believe, back in January, where I looked at some of these kids' channels, like Morgs, Super Mario, blanking on his name. That guy, Mario and Plane Rock 504. These are people that have had great success in taking advantage of young YouTube. They make short, effortless content, and they profit. I don't want to be one of those people. You know, worst of all, some of these people cause genuine harm to children. Like Jake Paul, he's shat on a lot, but he deserves it. He does shit like lighting a fire in his empty pool in his backyard. Flames going higher than the roof of his house. It's totally irresponsible. And it's exciting to children. On the internet, kids are brought into an adult world, and they are taken advantage of. I didn't want this to turn into a rant about COPPA. Sorry. What it is it's just a bad system. You make something with genuine passion, genuine effort, and it gets panned. You build up a small audience, but nothing that you could give up your job for. Then you make a simple video, and you get millions of views. You get ads because it's, no swearing. It's kids friendly. So, it's positive reinforcement. You make more of these. You have less time to make the things you actually want to make. And then eventually it stops. And now you're running a shitty TV series that focuses exclusively on entertainment. I know at the end of the day, that's what YouTube is. It's entertainment. But there can be more to it than that. That for years there's a debate as to whether movies and TV shows were art. They are. They're an expression of human emotion. They're meant to evoke emotion for the sake of evoking emotion. I've been told that the best way to succeed as a content creator is to take a certain direction with your channel. But I'm afraid that if I do that, I'll end up like the rest of them. I'll end up some sad-ass 24-year-old plugging merch to 2-year-old children, begging their parents to spend $60 on a hoodie just to get by. But I would take integrity over success. That's why I'm not proud of some of the videos I made. The video where I criticized the kids channels I talked about a minute ago, that one is one of my less proud moments, because it was 3 a.m. and I decided to record something. And sadly, in the past year, since 2020 started. That's one of my more popular videos. So I'm conflicted. On one hand, I can continue to make the things I want, but it costs me fucking douchebag. On one hand, I have integrity and I can continue to make things like this, but it drains it drains my money. I spent $200 on these lights just for the hobby, and I enjoy putting it out at the end of each month, but if no one else enjoys it, then it's just a drain on it's a drain on resources. So I'm going to make my most expensive investment yet. I'm saving up for a fucking MacBook once the ARM lineup comes out, and the total is going to end up being almost $3,000. I hope that with Final Cut and an increased workflow, I will be able to make more and better content. Things like the lights already make it look better, and since I'm standing right here now, my microphone's just out of frame, and it makes it sound better. And once I figure out how the compression works, it'll make it sound not just better, but good. I'm running out of time here, so I will say this. I'm going to make more videos throughout 2021, but if nothing occurs after that, I might have to give up on something that I've been trying to achieve for the past 6 years. I've had a YouTube channel since I was 10, and I would love to be able to keep doing it, but as it stands right now, I have more obligations. I'm going into college. I'm moving out. I'm gonna go get a real job. It's not gonna be feasible for me to do this in the long run if I can't use funds from YouTube to fuel YouTube. And I know it sounds bad to want money from it, but again, with how much I've dumped into it, I just need some kind of return, you know? So, there's that. I want to keep making stuff, and I will as long as I can, but I can't do it forever.